towards quantum mechanical model of the atom. Here, the two important developments which contributed significantly in the formulation of a such model were: the first one is the dual behavior of matter, the second one is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. First, we will discuss the dual behavior of matter. In a French physicist, the de Broglie proposed that matter, like radiation, should also exhibit dual behavior. That is, the both particles and the wave-like particles. This means that just as photon has moment as well as wavelength, electron should also have momentum as well as wavelength. See, lambda is equal to h divided by mv. Here, that he gave the relationship between the wavelength and the momentum. Here, the momentum is p, the momentum of a material particle, that is also write h by p. mv, that is momentum. Here, the p is a momentum. M is the mass of particle, v is the velocity, and p is the momentum. So de Broglie prediction was confirmed that experimentally when it was found that an electron beam undergoes a diffraction, a phenomenon characteristics of waves. This fact has been put use in making an electron microscope, which is based on the wave-like behavior of the electron, just as an ordinary microscope utilizes the waves of nature of the light. An electron microscope is powerful tool in modern scientific research. It needs to be noted that according to the de Broglie, every object in motion has wave character. So the wavelengths associated with the ordinary object are so short that their waves properties cannot be detected. So the wavelength associated with the electrons and other subatomic particles, this means can be however the detect experimentally. We will see on problem how it is possible. What will be the velocity of a ball of mass 0.1 kilogram moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second? Here, this according to the de Broglie equation, the lambda is equal to h by mv. Here, we want to find out wavelength, so that lambda we want to find out. So here h is the Planck's constant. The value will be what? 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. Mass, here mass is given here 0.1 kilogram, and the velocity is what? 10 meter second inverse. So after simplifying this, we will get 6.626, 0.1 into 10, it will become 1, so that 6.10 626 into 10 power minus 34 meter, because that joule is what? Joule will be kilogram meter square and second inverse. Okay. So the wavelength is 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 meter. Then look at the next problem. Calculate the mass of a photon with wavelength is 3.6 angstrom. Here the wavelength is what? 3.6 angstrom. So you have to convert in meter. So just 3.6 into 10 power minus 10 meter. So velocity of photon is equal to velocity of light. So according to the de Broglie equation, you have to find out the mass. So lambda is equal to h by mv. So find out the mass. The rearranging equation, m is equal to h by lambda v. So here h is the Planck's constant, so 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second. Wavelength already we have 3.6 into 10 power minus 10 meter, and the velocity already we know that 3 into 10 power 8 meter second inverse. So after simplifying this, you will get just look at the 10 power 8, 10 power minus 10. It will become what? 10 power 8 and minus 10, so that 10 power minus 2, it will become 10 power plus 2. Then 10 power plus 2 again, after simplification of this calculation, you will be getting 6.135 into 10 power minus 29 kilogram. Second is a Heisenberg uncertainty principle. German physicist Heisenberg stated uncertainty principle, which is the consequence of the dual behavior of matter and radiation. It states that that is impossible to determine simultaneously the exact position and the exact moment, that is or velocity of an electron. The mathematical relationship is delta x into delta p x is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. Here r, you can write it delta x into p, that is the momentum. So mv, you can also write delta into mvx is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. Or you can write it delta x into delta vx is greater than or equal to 4 pi, sorry, h pi 4 pi m. Just you can go through the m is goes this side. Here the delta x, look at the delta x, the uncertainty position, and the delta px, that is or delta vx, you can write it both, that is uncertainty momentum or velocity of the particle. So if the position of the electron is known with a high degree of accuracy, that is delta x is small, then the velocity of the electron will be uncertain, that is delta vx, that means is large. On the other hand, like suppose if the velocity of the electron is known precisely, suppose delta vx is small, then the position of the electron will be uncertain, that is delta x will be large. So thus, if we carry out some physical measurement on the electron's position or velocity, the outcome will always depict a fuzzy or blur picture. That uncertainty principle can be the best, that is you can understand the best example. Suppose you are asked to measure the thickness of the sheet of paper with an unmarked meter stick. Obviously the result obtained would be extremely inaccurate and meaningless. So in order to obtain any accuracy, you should use an instrument that is graduated in the units smaller than the thickness of the sheet of the paper. That is analogically, in order to determine the position of an electron, we must use a meter stick calibrated in units of smaller than the dimensions of electron. So to observe an electron, we can illuminate it with light or electromagnetic radiation. The light is used must have a wavelength smaller than the dimension of the electron. So the high momentum photon such as light like P is equal to h by lambda. P is equal to h by lambda would change the energy of electron by collision. So in this process, we no doubt would be able to calculate the position of the electron, but we would know very little about the velocity of the electron after the collision. Next is significance of the uncertainty principle. The important application of the uncertainty principle is that it rules out the existence of definite paths or trajectories of electrons and other similar particles. The trajectory of an object is determined by its location and velocity at various moments. So, if we know where a body is a particular instant, and if we also know its velocity and the forces acting on the that instant, we can tell where the body would be sometime later. We therefore conclude the position of an object and its velocity fix its trajectory. So, since the subatomic object such as the electron, it is not possible to simultaneously to determine the position and the velocity at any given instant to an arbitrary degree of the precision. So, it is not possible to talk the trajectory of the electron. So, here the effect of the uncertainty principle, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, is significant only for motion of microscopic objects and it's negligible for that macroscopic objects. See, that is the you can look at that uncertainty principle is applied on the object of mass, that is say about mass is a milligram, that is 10 power minus 6 kilogram. Then delta x into delta v is equal to h by 4 pi m. So here the h is the Planck's constant, so 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule per second, joule second, and the pi value is 3.1416, and the mass is what, 10 power minus 6 kilogram. So the value would be, that is the approximately 10 power minus 28 meter square second inverse. So the value of the delta x and delta that is delta x and delta v obtained extremely small and is insignificant. Look at this, because 10 power minus 28 is extremely small. So that look at this. Therefore the one may say that in dealing with the milligram size or the heavier objects, the associated uncertainties are hardly of any real consequence. In the case of the microscopic object like an electron, on the other hand, the delta v and the delta x obtained is the much larger, and such uncertainties are the real consequence. For example, an electron whose mass is suppose 9.1110 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram. According to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, delta x delta v is equal to h by 4 pi m. So here the value of Planck's constant is 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joule second divided by 4 into 3.1416 into mass, here 9.11 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram. So the value is 10 power minus 4 meter square second inverse. So therefore the means that if one tries to find the exact location of electron, say to an uncertainty of the of only, that is 10 power minus 8 meter, then the uncertainty delta v in velocity would be 10 power minus 4 meter square second inverse divided by 10 power minus 8 meter. So the value that is the approximately value 10 power 4 meter second inverse. So which is so large that the classical picture of the electron moving in Bohr orbit cannot be hold good. That means Bohr's orbit is fixed. So therefore the means that precise statements of the position and momentum of the electrons have to be replaced by the statements of the probability that the electron has at a given position and momentum. This is what happens in quantum mechanical model of an atom. Then reason for failures of the Bohr's model. Here one can now understand the reason for the failure of the Bohr model. An electron is regarded as charged particles moving in well-defined circular orbit, about the nucleus. See, the wave character of the electron is not considered in Bohr model. Further, an orbit is clearly defined path, and its path can completely be defined only both the position and the velocity of the electron are known exactly at the same time. This is not possible according to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Bohr model of a hydrogen atom therefore not only ignores dual behavior of matter but also contradicts Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So in view of this inherent weakness in the Bohr model, there was no point in extending Bohr's model to other atom. So in fact, the insight into the structure of an atom was needed which could account for the wave particle duality of matter and be consistent with Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So this came with the advent of the quantum mechanics. Next, quantum mechanical model of atom we will see.